Hello and welcome, I am Raziel and it is Thursday, which means model review day, and today it is long nail, actually he's a Goblin Whiz, and I'm going to be absolutely childish because Whiz is, okay, I'm just immature, though I do believe in the statement, you're only young once but you can be immature forever. And yes, so the Goblin Whiz from Mantic for Kings of War. I've got to tell you, I've actually painted and built this model. I really enjoyed building it and painting it. It's one of my best models, to be honest with you. And again, this is a really cool pose, and it does feel like proper fantasy war model. It looks like a over-top caricature of a goblin with its huge nose, big ears. It's scruffy looking. It's, the robe is ragged and torn and barely holding it together with the stitches. This is just one of those fun models. And I wonder if he's doing a Kamehameha. I don't really watch DBC, but Kamehameha, that one, probably got that wrong. Or a Hadouken, a Hadouken fireball. He's basically, you can see he's just going to burn people. He's a kind of whiz that would go into a D&D game and just go into a building and cast fireball everywhere because it's funny and makes people giggle. See, this is, like I said, this is one of the things I like about Mantic. This is a very lovely model to paint and build, by the way. It's not overly detailed for a whiz, but it's enough to show that he definitely is one. You have the basic scrolls, the weapons, the robes, and just like the minor details on his gloves and his teeth are really cool. And like I said, this was just an absolute delight to paint. And like you got the hands in the position of him for casting a fireball. And I know this is an Easter egg of some sort. I just don't know if it's Dragon Ball Z or Street Fighter 2. Like, I don't know which one it is. I'll let you guess which one it is, and whatever one you think it is. But it is a very cool pose. It's not a pose you really see in Wizards, to be honest with you, or any magical user. Never actually see them using the magic. It's always they got their big staff with a knob on the end. So sorry. This is a childish video. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. It's huge staff with a knob on the end, and that's basically it. You do not really see many magic users actually in the act of casting magic. This is a very unique pose for one of those, and I think it's fantastic. I do love his nose though. It's just this massive, huge snoz there. Just as massive. It's big of it. It's just like the size of his thumb. Oh, that's so funny. Like I said, the fact that this is a very silly model, it's very funny. It's not a serious model at all. It's got some serious rules, don't get me wrong, and I'll only be doing the Goblin Whiz rules, Whiz rules, not the actual name character rules, by the way, just because I'm also doing one-page rules as well as a rule set, because I think that's a good idea for me to start doing, especially with stuff like Kings of War and other games. And yeah, I do. I think this is fantastic looking. I do like the paint job too, because it looks all rusty and manky. This is such a nice model, and it was, like I said, it's fun to paint. And yeah, it's a really cool model. I do like the little details, how he is still moving, like he's just cast the fireball or whichever spell he's doing to magic missile or whatever to kill his enemies. I like that evil glint in his eye while he's doing it. It's making him really happy. I love this facial expression. He is enjoying what he's doing. This is not, an angry thing. He is evil and nasty. He's enjoying this. He is. Probably a little bit too much. I'm glad they didn't model a little bulge down here to show how much he really is enjoying it. And yeah, it's a nice model. I think it's cool. It's only £10 as well, which means it's relatively cheap for a model. And it's from Mantic. And so if you can get cheaper, but Mantic top price you should pay is £10, and for a tenner, I don't think you could ask for anything much better than this. If you get better than this, you're stealing from the company. This is a lovely molded model. I really do like it, and this was actually one of my first Mantic models I actually ever painted. Let's look at the rules now. We have the Goblin Whiz again, hero spellcaster, and he's a goblin. So, he has a decent speed, not too good melee, as you would expect, at a 5+, and not very good defense, of course, because he's a goblin. And he has one attack and 2 wounds. So, and he's only 25 points, so he's well worth the cost of the army. He's very low price, financially and points rise. Well, actually no, that's just for the normal Goblin hero, because we do actually have to go to the Wiz, which is got Wiz. Why am I being stupid today? Let's just double check this. There you go, sorry. Oh no, I just added it is the Wiz. I just added a second one because I'm stupid. Anyway, basically, and it's cool. He's got his bells, he's a very nice model to have. He's obviously very scared because he's got that part, which is quite high at 9 and 11. So yeah, I really do like this model. And like I said, it was fun to build, it was probably one of the most enjoyable ones I've ever had to do. And there you go, that's pretty cool. There's loads of bits and pieces you can give for him as well, as always, because he's a hero. And let's give it a that. And yeah, I've got to say, this is such a freaking... I do like this. Anyway, one-page rules now. So basically, one-page rules, he's actually more points, which is kind of weird for one-page rules. They tend to do lower points. He is 25, because you've got to do it as Goblin Leader here. There isn't a actual rule for a Goblin Shaman. This state sheet is Goblin Leader here. But you do actually have to add 40 points for the Shaman, which is now 65 points. 3 attacks. Yeah, that's for his... Basically, he's got a nice defense of 5+, so he's not too bad. Still, it's a Goblin, so... And again, he's 5+. It's not great, but, 5+ will pretty much save him. He also has 3 wounds, which means he's actually quite tougher than the Mantic Kings of rules here. But again, this is actually nice rules for a Goblin Leader, because it's exactly what you expect. Not to be too tough or too scary, quite cowardly, but it does look like he can take a lot of beatings, with a caster too as well. And he's exactly what you need for a Goblin Leader. You don't need someone to be overly brave. Your good old goblins are just going to leg it at the first chance they get. And both rules kind of show this. And I think that's exactly what you need. Again, wonderful model, really like it. Like I said, I enjoyed painting this one. I will show my model at the end, just before when it says the end, during my spiel of, my affiliates, which is coming... Sorry about that. Which is coming now. Yes, don't forget, Wayland Games, you can save up to 20% on your wargaming and free delivery after £20. There is also Forbidden Planet, because comics, geeks, stuff, all the really cool merchandise and stuff like that, which everyone loves. That's down below. There's my merchandise, stickers, cups, t-shirts, all designed by me. There's my comics as well. If you want to see Little Red Riding go ham on some Lovecraftian werewolves, or the other one, maybe you want to see some teenagers getting torn to pieces by some Lovecraftian monster. There is also Skyforge. Never forget Skyforge. Good friend of mine, deserves a lot more love. Let's get him up in that Google algorithm. And finally, Patreon, because business. Bye-bye.